Hello, my fellow nerds, and thanks again for watching another episode of Nerdboy Gaming. I am Nerdboy81. Well, I've got a bone to pick with Wildcard. I don't want to make a negative video, and I really was not planning on making this particular video, but recently something happened, and it just irked me. It made me rage quit. It literally made me just want to turn off this game and walk away. Now, before we get into what exactly happened, and why I absolutely despise the Drakeling, let me just say I like this game. I love this game. This game is a big part of, it's the whole reason I have this channel. It's been a big part of my life for the last 3 years. I've made friends. I've really enjoyed this game. Now, you could certainly be critical of certain decisions that Snail Games has made, or Wildcard, or this or that, but I definitely don't want to be the type of person who just rants and raves and always is negative about the about the game and getting clicks that way, because I do love the game. In fact, I just recently watched my friend Hop, who put out a video at Hop Plays about why he loved the game, and it was so true. It was spot on, and it was a breath of fresh air. It was a reflection on this game. I have been playing on Xbox for a long time, 3 years now, on essentially the island. Ark Survival Evolved. I think I'm 110 episodes on the channel. 111 is in the edit bay right now, and I've been working to finish the island. But along the way, I know that eventually I needed to transfer to ASA. So recently, I decided to pick up Ark Survival Ascended and play Scorched Earth. And things were good. I had the early deaths. Things were going the way they were going. And all of this, by the way, will be a future episode on my first time playing Scorched Earth. So spoiler alert, I guess. But really, at the end of the day, I was having a lot of fun. I was really enjoying it until this little monster came along. The Drakeling. Now, on the surface, it's, the Pelagornis or the Microraptor. There are many piranhas, many creatures in Ark that just suck. Okay. They're hard to deal with. Jellyfish, right? They just really suck. And they make the game difficult, but fun. And in most cases, I feel like you could get around them. You can tame them. You can do certain things. Well, I'm sorry, but whoever developed this Drakeling and put it on Scorched Earth, you are sadistic, because it is everywhere on this map. And anytime I tried to do anything, and maybe I just picked a bad place to start or whatever, a bad place to build and a bad place to live, but anytime I did anything, the dang Drakeling came along and would essentially devastate everything I did. Multiple deaths. Took out my Parasaur that I had just finished taming. Didn't even have a saddle on it yet. And took me out a high level hunt, like a level 150 raptor that I had just gotten. Every time I turned around. And the thing was, it wasn't like I was going after them. I would literally be on my base building, and one of them would come over and start attacking my tame. Yeah. It was just frustrating. And it feels like, to me, they're unkillable. They're everywhere. They sneak up on you and they devastate you. These Drakelings are terrible. I absolutely despise them. But you know what really bothered me? And this is what really why I'm making this video. It's not just because of the multiple deaths to this little devil. It's the other thing that really bothers me. And this is a big deal. From the community, I've heard this before, but I never really understood it. See, I've heard this about the Pyromane, that it was, that there's a problem with it. And here's the problem. These tames or creatures are locked behind a paywall. So the Drakeling is a expansion to Lost Colony. So the only reason I would think that it would show up on the map is if I owned Lost Colony. Well, I haven't purchased Lost Colony. It's a $30 add-on to this game that I've already spent some money on. Oh, and by the way, I haven't seen a trailer, not even sure what the game is going to, or what that map is going to look like, and I'm a long ways from potentially being able to play it. Now, maybe I'll play it on day one and just skip all of the other lore and stories just so I can do it while it's relevant, but I haven't paid for it. And the Drakeling, you can't tame it. You can't do anything with it. You just literally get killed by it, or you kill it, which, by the way, seems absolutely impossible. I went toe-to-toe with a level 35 Drakeling for, 10 minutes with my Raptor. It felt like 10 minutes, and we died. It killed us. Now, I will admit, I'm a terrible Ark player, and it was probably a direct relation on me versus the actual Drakeling. I'll be honest, at one point I abandoned the raptor because we were dying. We were literally going to die, and I wanted to get closer to base so that I could preserve my stuff. But I'll tell you, I actually even thought for a second that maybe me getting off the raptor would help the raptor, but it didn't help the parasaur. It didn't help the raptor. The Drakelings killed us. But the fact is, when you walk up to it, it literally says you cannot tame this because you don't own the content. Well, I don't own the content, then why is it in the game? Honestly, I have never been so close to rage quitting.
Yeah, I don't know. That really just pees me off. They're unkillable. I can't kill them. I can't tame them because I don't own it. It just, whatever. My raptor's gonna be dead. Just deal with it, raptor. You're gonna be dead. No, I'm just super annoyed. I'm not even gonna deal with it. I'm just gonna put walls up.
I literally thought about just saying, you know what? I don't want to play Scorched Earth. I don't want to even play the game right now because there's a creature in there that unless I spend $23, I think it is $23.99, unless I spend $25 of my own money, it's in the game just to tease me, to tell me what I can't get. And apparently it's the same thing with the Pyromane and maybe some other tames out there that I haven't even paid attention to because I thought, what's the importance? See, I've been playing ASE on the Xbox. None of that mattered. It didn't exist. If it was in the game, like when the Dragonfly thing came into the game, it just showed up in the game. It didn't actually require me to download anything to be able to tame it and work with it. So when a creature like the Drakeling shows up on Scorched Earth, you would just assume that that meant you should have access to it, but you don't. And that, on a single player situation, I can maybe understand on servers, but on a single player situation, that is just terrible. First off, the creature sucks. It kills you. It attacks everything. I didn't have a moment to get off my tame and do what I need to do. You can certainly go about it, but as soon as you get a tame and you leave it, it starts attacking it. I've never been this frustrated, and I have certainly died and been frustrated in Ark where I was angry or shut the game off real quick because I didn't want to lose the progress, where I kind of had that rage quit moment or save like that save moment where I'm like, we're going to save scrub this for a second. But no, this was different. This was anger beyond normal, mainly because of the fact that this shouldn't even exist in this game unless you pay for the content. Don't show me something that I can't access unless I pay for it. That is the problem. And guys, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter video, but seriously, and I say this kind of tongue-in-cheek, I love Ark. I do enjoy it. But I can understand now. I relate much better. See, I know that I'm a newer player to Ark, and so I know that maybe I haven't been as jaded. I haven't felt all the things. I don't play PvP because I've seen that from others in the community on PvP that essentially if you don't buy Bob's Tall Tales or you don't buy these other fantastical tames like the Pyromane, that you have no chance of succeeding in the game. Well, I get it now. I really do. I felt it firsthand. I experienced it, and I experienced it in single player, a place you shouldn't like. What's in the game should be in the game. If I don't pay for it, don't put it in the game because I can't access it anyway. And then don't tell me I have it there, and then don't make it where it spawns every 5 freaking feet and literally destroys every chance you have to get any progression and to feel like you're making progress in this game that's already kind of difficult as it is. And so that's my rant. That's my anger, guys. The Drakeling is a terrible creature, but what really bothered me, because there are other terrible creatures, the Microraptors, the Pelagornis, the jellyfish, the eels, and I'm sure there are some I haven't come across yet because I'm very new to this game, but that was frustrating. And then to put it behind a paywall, that's even more frustrating. If in single player I wanted it, I would pay for it, but I didn't pay for it. I don't want it. Get rid of it. Let that be something that you can pick. Now, if I'm on an official server, I get it because, maybe the owner of the server has it, but then, you have to like control who can access it and whatnot. And you got to make sure everybody gets their money, right? You couldn't just possibly throw these creatures in at no cost, but I don't know, guys. Tell me below. Am I crazy on this one, or am I just ranting because I'm hurt by the fact that I died multiple times to this stupid little level 30 fairy dragon thing? I mean, it is frustrating. But guys, with that, if you're new here and you haven't done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button, throw up those thumbs. Tell me below, Drakeling, good, bad, do you hate it? I hate it. It's my least favorite creature. It absolutely destroys everything. It makes life very difficult to even get started in a map. And I'm even at a point where as I'm playing this, I'm like, I really want to build in this little area. I'm like on this little island on the water. I feel like it would be a cool building area. But if there's going to be a Drakeling there every 10 minutes and I can't leave my tames out without them being destroyed, then what's the point? I don't know. I'm angry. I was frustrated. I rage quit, and I question whether or not I would continue. But guys, like I said, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. I do have more of this coming. I'm going to be putting out, like I said, Ark episode 111 from Ark Survival Evolved. My first time on the island. I'm really working hard to finish that particular playthrough. Eventually, I want to be able to say I finished the island. I'm getting close. I've also working on the time I've played ASA, which was essentially on the island for Survivor Man. I'm working on my Swamp Survivor Man. And then, of course, I'm going to be starting a new playthrough on Scorched Earth, as we're mentioning here today. And then, of course, there'll be other news stories like this. And who knows, maybe other rants. Maybe there'll be something else I come across that absolutely drives me insane and makes me wonder, what am I doing playing this game? What is happening? And make me just want to throw my controller through my screen. I don't know, guys. Until next time, have a great day. Drakelings suck.